Guys, DC Reviewer here with some Dino Charge updates. So there's been a lot going on in the Power Ranger community in regards to Power Rangers Dino Charge. A lot of news, especially with the new, I think 5-inch toy packs or 5-inch Dino Charge figures coming out. Along with those come the Dino Charge bios for the 5 Rangers. Now, one thing to note is that the bios contain our basic description of the Rangers, their activities, that kind of stuff, as well as their names, and some of which have been changed from the casting sides. So that alone isn't really a cause for concern, but what is a cause for concern is that it's also different than the cast poster that the cast signed themselves with their names underneath their signature. So with that in mind, take this kind of with a grain of salt. We don't have 100% confirmation that some of these names are accurate. They could have been changed somewhere in production. So keep that in mind as I read off to you the names as well as their character bios. So first up we have Dino Charge Red Ranger. His profile says the following: Tyler likes every day like it's an adventure, or Tyler lives every day like it's an adventure. As team leader of the Rangers, he's driven by a love for action and new experiences, as well as the mystery of his missing father. Ooh, might be keeping some Kyoryuger stuff in there, which I really don't mind. Kyoryuger had pretty good plot lines here and there, and I think the missing father part was pretty well done until like the last half, where they introduced the Sound of Music type stuff and became really confusing because I hadn't seen the movie. I didn't enjoy it that much at that point. But yeah. So anyway, Dino Charge Blue Ranger. Koda does his caveman best to adapt to modern life with his new Ranger friends. When he isn't trying to figure out video games and cars, he keeps busy battling Sledge and his henchmen. Doesn't really seem like there's too much to Koda. Obviously, they kept the whole caveman aspect, which I don't know exactly how I feel about it. It's kind of like a mixed bag with me. It's different. It's definitely original for Power Rangers. We haven't had a caveman ranger, and into my knowledge, since I hasn't had a caveman ranger either. But at the same time, I think it could possibly hinder the season. Like, it could add a lot of unnecessary cheesiness, or maybe even unnecessary plot lines when Koda's character development is brought into play. Hopefully that they prove me wrong and they tackle this whole caveman aspect of the show in a really, really well thought out manner, unlike, Troy's visions that he had in Super Megaforce and Megaforce. But that's a discussion for another video. So on to the Dino Charge Pink Ranger. Shelby is a rough and tough tomboy who doesn't mind getting her nails dirty. Ooh. She balances her tough physicality with a sharp mind and love for paleontology. So it seems like Shelby's going to be the one super interested in the dinos this season, and maybe even she'll help develop the Energems or the Dino Chargers if they are going for like a technology-based season rather than all the Dino Chargers already being available to them, which would be a really interesting aspect. But then we also have the possible Dino Charge Violet's doing that, because if they carry over her plot line from Kyoryuger, she'll be the tech person of the team. But whatever, that remains to be seen, and that's just speculation right now. So Dino Charge Green Ranger, small in size but big on brains. Riley is quiet, confident, and disciplined. He's quick. He's equally dangerous with a sword or a puzzle game. Really not much to say. I do believe that was changed. The toy actually says Quinn, I believe, but the page I'm reading, which is Ranger Crew's Facebook page, says Riley. So Riley or Quinn, we'll see how that goes. I also believe the same goes for Tyler, the Dino Charge Red Ranger. I think his says Lucas on the toy. So again, we'll see how that goes. I kind of like Quinn better than I do Riley, though. I don't know why. Just think Quinn is a cooler sounding name than Riley, but whatever. So Dino Charge Black Ranger. Chase was destined slide by, on his charm and good looks, but given the opportunity to be a Power Ranger, he learns the value of pride and teamwork. Sounds like we're gonna have a ranger who isn't too serious about the job at first, and then gradually starts to realize exactly what's going on and the stakes and earthly kind of stuff as the season goes on. So there's a lot of potential with Chase. So I'm liking that so far, and not. I'm kind of surprised they didn't keep the womanizing aspect of Ian's character from Kyoryuger. But at the same time, I don't think that would fly in Power Rangers. I mean, of course, we had Joel who was fawning over Miss Fairweather at any chance he got, but that was just one woman. Whereas Ethan, he was going after multiple women. I really don't think that would fly with Power Rangers at the moment. But anyway, we also have a bit of more interesting news. As was the case with last year, Nick Hotel is back, and they've got some Dino Charge exclusive stuff, meet and greet with the cast, that kind of thing, as well as an early viewing of the episodes. Last year we had an early viewing of, I think, Silver Lining Part 1 and 2 for Super Megaforce. That was Silver's debut episodes. And so for this one, the events are February 13th through 16th and February 20th to the 22nd, 2015. So that gives us a rough estimate of when we're supposed to have Dino Charge, the first episode. But anyway, yeah, so meet and greet with the cast, preview of the episodes, that kind of stuff. But there's also a series synopsis, as well as some Power Ranger fun facts, which reveal some kind of interesting information. So first off, we have the series synopsis. Again, this could be changed or it could be different. So on prehistoric planet Earth, an alien trusted the powerful Paragon prisms, which I think were changed to energems now, to 12 majestic dinosaurs for protection. But when asteroids hit, the dinosaurs went extinct and the prisms were lost. Now, an intergalactic bounty hunter sledge, as we already know, has arrived and is determined to reclaim the prisms and destroy our planet in the process. A new team of heroic Power Rangers must join together, find all the lost prisms, and use their dinosaur spirit energy to charge up an arsenal of dino-fueled swords, blasters, Zords, and Megazords to save the world. So, sounds interesting. It's not necessarily a run-of-the-mill Power Ranger plot, I guess. Sounds like definitely more thought than they put into Super Megaforce, that's for sure. I love American villains for Power Rangers, especially humanoid villains, which doesn't really sound like we'll be getting one, or at least not a humanoid main villain. I do want to see, Sledge. I'm interested to see how they tackle him. I want to see his motives. I want to see his backstory, and I also want to see what elements of Kyoryuger's villains are kept over. I know we have what was his name? The red guy, Dogold. There we go. I know Dogold is in Dino Charge. We've seen pictures of him already. And we also have his toy information, or we've seen his toy from the Dino Charge app. I don't exactly remember. Furious? No, that's not his name. I don't remember what his name is. I know I remember it. I like it though, so there's that. But I do want to see if they're gonna keep Candelaria, whatever her name was, and Luciero, as well as the later general who appeared later on, who I won't name for spoiler purposes. And what's his name? And Chaos as well. Chaos was a really good villain. I loved him. But yeah, I do want to see who they keep over for Dino Charge. That could be really interesting. And I do want to see a humanoid villain, just because I love humanoid villains for some reason. They're so cool to me, at least. And then on to the Power Ranger fun facts, which reveal what could be another portion of our morphing call. So here we have 5 new Power Rangers: red, blue, pink, black, and green. And the Dino Spirit energy from each prism is transferred into battery-sized Dino Chargers. We already knew that. And the Ranger team expands with heroes from past and present. Thawed Caveman. Could that be Aqua? that might be Aqua, but that would be weird having two cavemen on the team. Maybe Aqua and Blue could relate to each other. Maybe they were part of the same tribe. Who knows? 900-year-old knight who could be gold. Who am I kidding? Yeah, that's gold. And even the Red Ranger's own father, who that's pretty obvious who that's most likely going to be if they're following the Kyoryuger plotline. Then we have Dino Charge phrases. Go Dino Charge. Let's address that one real quick. So we know that from the preview, we know that they're going to say it's morphin time again, and we also know Unleash the Power is the final part in the morphing phrase, right as they shoot the gun to transform. So I'm guessing the Go Dino Charge, if not just for marketing purposes, is for when after they put the battery into the morpher and they spin the barrel, they'll probably say Go Dino Charge. They probably won't do the dance, to my dismay. I love the Kyoryuger dance. It was so cool, and it left for interesting morphs. But yeah, they'll probably say Go Dino Charge, and then Unleash the Power to morph. So that's going to be a very long roll call. Then we have Dino Zord. The Megazord? I don't know. Dino Rangers Unites. The transformation phase, kind of like, what was it? Dang, I just watched Samurai. What was the Samurai Zords combination? I honestly cannot remember right now. Time to get charged and unleash the power. We already know unleash the power. Time to get charged. That sounds like it could be at the end of the roll call for the Kyoryugers. They had Amy. What is it? They had Amy or Ami, however you want to pronounce that. Nosan and Daigo all doing their little things, all saying they each had their own things that they would say. And so I'm guessing that since Daigo was the focus for that specific point, and everyone else kind of had their volumes tuned down so we could hear Daigo more, I'm guessing time to get charged is what Tyler/Lucas is going to say just after the roll call and before they actually, go charging into battle. But yeah, so that's essentially all the news that we have. I say essentially because there is one more piece. David De La Tour, I think his name is. De La Tour. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. So David, David De La Tour, also known as Jungle Fury Wolf Ranger, aka RJ, the mentor of the team, and arguably one of the more... He's the fan favorite of the season, arguably one of the best Rangers to come out of that season, was spotted on set. Yoshi... I honestly cannot remember his name, I'm so sorry. Dino Charge Blue Ranger took a picture with him, and he was fanboying out and stuff. He's a really big fan of Power Rangers. And then he also ran into him in the trailer getting his makeup and hair done. Let's talk about that real quick. So David was in New Zealand filming a show, a 6-episode show from what I've read on Ranger Crew. And interestingly enough, he was just visiting the Dino Charge set. I mean, yeah, that's plausible, but the fact that he was also getting his makeup and hair done, that's kind of it's kind of weird. I don't know exactly how production goes with these New Zealand shows. So I mean, they could be sharing the same trailer and just doing that kind of stuff. He could be getting his makeup done for his show. I don't know, but this also could mean he has a part in Dino Charge. Maybe. Who knows? If he does, that'd be nice. I loved RJ. He was cool. I would love to see him return as RJ, and not as some other character to be placed into a Dino Charge Ranger role or a mentor role, but I want him to be RJ. Maybe give some advice to the Rangers every once in a while. He doesn't have to be a main role. He can be a recurring role. He could be a one-time cameo. Either one of those is fine with me. Just bring back RJ. RJ was a cool guy. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So how do you guys feel about the casting info, the phrases, and David being on set? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching this video. Anyway, I'm DC Reviewer, and I'll see you guys later. Oh, and happy holidays.